Okay, I'm back with another video. First, I'd like to say I give all praises to the Most High God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I give my all praises and glory to Him and Him alone only. Today's subject is judgment. Now, for the last couple of days, I've been watching what's been going on over in Europe, as far as with France and Spain. I'm going to play this video so you can see what's happening to them. But a lot of people don't realize that this is judgment on these nations, and this is just the beginning. They are not the only ones, only Europeans who are going to be punished, who are under judgment. But right now, everybody can see what's happening to them, and a lot of people don't even consider it that this is a judgment from the Most High God. It doesn't even come to their mind. But I'm telling you that this is judgment. So let's watch this video real quick.
Wildfires continue to burn out of control in France and Spain tonight, with more than 250,000 people being ordered to leave their homes. Italy has also been very badly hit. Officials in Spain say one person has died in a separate fire near the city of Valencia in the east of the country, and the authorities say a blaze near Madrid is currently beyond the capacity of...
I mean, look at all these fires. This is just wow. Like, look at all of these fires. These people don't understand that this is judgment, and this is only the beginning. Eventually, I believe Portugal is going to get hit too, because they're part of the Spanish Inquisition. But anyway, let's finish the video.
...of firefighters to contain. In southwest France, all of the Cap Ferret Peninsula and nearby Le Porge have been evacuated. Tens of thousands have also left several areas near Bordeaux as flames approach the outer suburbs. Further down the coast, near the town of Biscarrosse, another fire is out of control. Here's Joe Inwood.
It's not hard to understand why these wildfires have spread. They are said to be the most severe Spain has ever faced. The first to be declared a national emergency. For days, firefighters have done their best to keep them from Madrid. Two fires merged. They could soon connect to another, presenting an unprecedented threat to Spain's capital. Tens of thousands of people have been forced to flee their homes, taking shelter with friends, family, or here at a government-run centre.
It's a difficult time because you feel utterly powerless. You don't know what's going on, whether your house is on fire. You lose all your belongings, everything, and then let's see who helps you. Nobody helps you.
While wildfires are a naturally occurring phenomenon, there is nothing natural about the scale of these. An exceptionally wet winter led to high levels of plant growth, which was then dried out by the hottest start to the year on record. Human-induced climate change to blame. It's a point repeatedly...
See, they keep saying climate change, climate change. These people are out of their minds. They think that they're the ones doing it. And this is they don't put two and two together, that the Most High controls the weather. You don't control the weather. The Most High controls the weather. This isn't climate change, okay? This is the Most High using what's at his tips to punish you. Eventually, it's going to get worse. He's going to use other things to punish you, but right now, using the weather and the heat. He's turned up the sun on you. He's going to turn it up even more, and there's going to be more fires. The fire is coming to you, Europeans. Do you understand this? In these two specific countries, Spain and Italy, and France, you're going to get it. Now, Italy was involved with our people to a lesser extent, but they did attack Ethiopia, which is part of the Most High's land, because the land given to Abraham, the Holy Land, is actually located in Africa. But let's continue.
Repeatedly made by Spain's Prime Minister, who called for international action.
Porque por desgracia la ciencia, si algo nos dice...
We should work on a state agreement against the climate emergency, because science is telling us the temperatures are going to get more intense, are going to get worse, and are going to have a greater impact on our lives.
The consequences are not only being felt in Spain. In France, the Gironde region is also facing a crisis unlike anything it's seen before. Huge swathes of this popular tourist area are being consumed by flames. Overnight, evacuation orders were sent to residents of villages to the west of Bordeaux, but some did not get the warning. This was filmed by an American tourist, Rebecca Papin, in the town of Biscarrosse. She missed the alarm and is now trapped there with her children.
So they went to sleep, I put in earplugs, and I went to sleep. And apparently during the night, while I had in my earplugs, they evacuated the city. And when they came to my home, which I'm sure that they did, I didn't hear them. It is scary. And the thing is that the main roads are on fire, so I can't leave the city. All around me are thousands and thousands of acres of pine trees, and they're all on fire.
France has deployed military aircraft, but, like Spain, has also requested help from the EU. 7 water bombers have been sent. But the main hope they have is for a change in the weather. Next week is set to see extreme heat return. Joe Inwood, BBC News.
So you see, there's not going to be any let up on this. Eventually, things will change, but then it'll be a new judgment. It'll be something else. But there's no let up on this right now, because this is punishment. This is judgment coming on these nations. And more European nations...
does to blood pressure. See this branch of arteries right...
More European nations are going to start feeling the pain and be getting the judgments. These people have done such evil on the earth, according to the Most High's, what they've done to the Most High's people. See, these Europeans and all these other nations, you don't realize that you're not judged like we were judged. We are in our captivity because our ancestors transgressed the law. So we're judged on the law. You people, all the other nations, you're judged solely on how you treat the people of the Most High. That's how you are judged. And because you've been such wicked and evil to the children of Israel, these judgments are coming down on you, and this is the beginning of sorrows for you. Now, we're going to go and see what Spain did. Now, Spain did a lot of things, and of course we know the slave trade that they had, and a lot of people don't understand that Spain and Portugal became the first European nations to have empires and to colonize different parts of the earth in the West, simply because of the children of Israel. That's how they became powerful, and it all started with the Spanish Inquisition. And now a lot of us in school have learned about the Spanish Inquisition, but they don't teach you like everything. They don't teach you that the people that they were tormenting and destroying and killing and murdering and inquisitioned were actually black people. Sure, some of the white people might have gotten covered up, but the people who they were going after were the black people that were living among them. And we'll just read right here. The Spanish Inquisition was a strict judicial court created in 1478 by Catholic monarchs, King Ferdinand I and Queen Isabella, to maintain Catholic religious orthodoxy and political unity in Spain. You know, they put these fluffy words, oh yeah, political stability and unity. But no, it was evil. It was evil against the children of Israel. At this time, you had black people, and they were known as the Jews, the black Jews. But Jews wasn't short for Jewish, or maybe even Judah, even though some of the tribes were from Judah. It was because they came from Judea. Okay? And I'm going to show you right here, and we're going to go to Bible Gateway real quick. Bible Gateway. And Isaiah. We're going to go to chapter 66. Right down here in the chapter 60, verse 19. Okay, so now this is the time of Isaiah, and this is one of the times where our ancestors were screwing up, and the Most High was punishing them. But some of them, he were not punished. Some of them, the Most High let them go and scattered. This is the beginning of the scattering of Judah. All right? And right here we're going to read this. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish, Pul, and Lud, that draw the bow, to Tubal and Javan, to the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. So this is how the Israelites ended up in Spain and Portugal, or in Spain, because the Most High sent them to these different nations to teach the Gentiles and proclaim his name. And in many cases they failed, because you can see that these nations, they didn't become like the Israelites. The Israelites became like them. Even though there was still some separation to an extent, overall the Israelites failed. And the Inquisition came about, I believe partly because of that. Mainly partly because of that, but also partly because these people were just evil and wicked. But if they would have done their jobs, none of this stuff would have happened, probably. That's what I'm thinking. But that's how they ended up in Spain. And this was the beginning of the scattering of the house of Judah, of the kingdom of Judah. And this is how they ended up there. Okay, so right here it says the primary targets were former Jews and later Moriscos, or former Muslims. So it was black people who were Jews, and if you get the book, you will see that they knew that they were from the tribe of Benjamin, Judah, and Levi. Benjamin, Judah, Levi, and Benjamin were the tribes. But they came from Judah. That's why they were called Jews. Not to be construed with Jewish, or the people today who call themselves Jewish. These were black people. As a matter of fact, that's where the term Negro comes from. A lot of people don't realize that Negro, or Negro, is just the Spanish word for black. So what happened was, the word Jew was outlawed throughout Spain and Portugal, and so the Jews started calling themselves the Negroes. The black people started calling themselves the Negroes, and that's how we became Negroes. That's where the term Negroes came from. They called themselves the blacks, just like today we call ourselves black people, the blacks. So that's how that came about. There's information out there if you want to do in-depths, but that's how Negro came about. It's how we became Negroes. Okay. And also, as I pointed out in one of my other videos, the Spanish Inquisition was the beginning of the transatlantic slave trade. This transatlantic slave trade was born out of the Spanish Inquisition. The Spanish Inquisition, as they said, lasted for 350 years. So you're telling me that all of this was going on for 350 years? No, see, they're counting the slave trade that the Spain and Portugal were involved in too. So it wasn't just in their country. They the Spain and Portugal had empires. That's what they call them, the empires, and they started colonizing all over the earth, and they started the slave trade. They started the transatlantic slave trade. They were the first, and of course the British came in and just turned it into a whole different enterprise. But it made them very rich and very powerful. But Spain and Portugal were the first. And now Spain is partly paying for it. It's just the beginning of the judgments of Spain. And as far as France, in that video we just watched, let's do a little, watch a little video right here.
It's a favorite destination for cruise boats and wine connoisseurs, but Corfa Diallo is more interested in another side of Bordeaux as one of Europe's busiest slave trading hubs. From the 17th to the 19th century, this city dispatched hundreds of ships that transported 130,000 slaves from Africa to the Americas. They returned laden with cotton, tobacco, sugar, and rum. The city partly built its wealth on the slave trade.
Here we are at Place de la Bourse. It was among the most beautiful squares in France. In the 18th century, Bordeaux was richer than the French kingdom.
Diallo from Senegal heads an association that raises awareness and offers tours of Bordeaux's slave trading past, a past he believes the city has not fully come to terms with.
The image of wine is very hard to reconcile with the image of slavery. That is why the town was very late in giving history the place it merited in public spaces and schools.
The few markers of this past are small and hard to find, and Diallo says there are more than a dozen Bordeaux streets named after prominent slave traders. Many residents have only a patchy knowledge of the city's role in the slave trade.
Yes, I know about it because we study it in history class, but I don't know a lot of things about it.
Bordeaux city government now agrees more should be done at a time when the anti-immigrant far right is surging in France. It set up a commission to study the question.
Il faut plus que jamais se battre pour défendre les droits fondamentaux et l'égalité.
We have to fight more than ever to defend fundamental rights and equality. But it's not about guilt or repentance. Bordeaux citizens are not responsible for what their ancestors did.
Diallo believes education is the answer to confronting racism past.
See how he said that Bordeaux's residents are not responsible for what their ancestors did. You have no idea how the Most High works, do you? The sins of the fathers will be visited upon the children. Yes, you're not going to die for your father's sins, but you will be punished to the third and fourth generations. And now that judgment has come upon you today.
Past and present. The more we understand, he says, the less we hate. Lisa Bryant for VOA News, Bordeaux, France.
Okay, Bordeaux, France. That's, as you saw, this is Bordeaux, where they, they're famous for wine, and this is where a lot of ships left to conduct the slave trade and go pick up slaves in Africa and disperse them and scatter them throughout the earth, particularly in the West. And so we're going to go right here, the Bible Gateway. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Now, who sold the girls for wine? The other African tribes. The tribe of Tyre and Sidon, the Canaanite tribes that our ancestors were unable to kick out the land. They would sell slaves to these different nations for wine. And one of these nations is France. And this is all in the Bible. Like, all of this is in the Bible. It's all recorded. I mean, the Bible tells you everything about who's responsible, who did it. The Most High tells you who he's going to punish, how he's going to punish them. And it's coming down on you Europeans. You guys have no idea what you're in for. You have no idea. This is setting up for the day of the Lord. What's happening right now, and you people don't even understand it. The Most High has recorded everything that you people have done. In the heavens, everything has been written down. And it was prophesied in the Bible right here. And right here, let's go to this right here. A triangular voyage or trade triangle, however, would involve fully loaded vessels leaving Bordeaux, right where that fire is headed right now. Bordeaux is about to get destroyed. They would arrive on the eastern coast of Africa 6 to 8 weeks later. Upon arrival, the enslavers exchanged the food, clothes, arms, and wine, and the trinkets for the slaves. So the Most High said that these people traded little girls, little boys, men and women for wine. And the French were involved in this. And they were involved in the slave trade. This is judgment coming down on you. Those fires are just the beginning of sorrows. You can't deny your history. All right? So, I just wanted to make this video to show how it all matches back to the Bible, and it goes back to the words of the Most High, that no one is going to go unpunished for what they have done to the children of Israel. You people keep saying climate change, climate change. It's not climate change. It's the Most High using his power to punish you, and it's only going to get worse. But anyway, that's the video. Hope you like it. Please like, subscribe. Please share this video. Please get it out. Warn these people of what's coming to them. Maybe some people will repent. Most likely they won't, because they don't consider it. It never even comes to their mind that this is the hand of the Most High punishing them. Maybe some of them feel that way, but it's not going to change their way. And not only that, all three of these nations, aside from what they've done, they're guilty of racism, just blatant anti-black racism all over the earth. Here, there, everywhere. So anyway, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel, Cash App will be in the description. Thank you.